Clearing horrific visions solo as a holy priest feels like using this water bottle as a hammer. And in this video I will show you exactly what it looks like. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Gyro here. It's great for you to join me today, and I have, I think, an exciting power check video for you. If you're new here, particularly warm welcome to you. We talk about World of Warcraft every couple of days on this channel, and you're welcome to stay, show your support, subscribe if this is your cup of tea. I mainly run Horrific Visions on variety of alts. I have some really reasonably well geared alts with highly ranked cloaks, and I have some of those that are still up and coming, like this priest. Priest is lagging behind because priest generally is not my class of choice, and because I'm not a healer, and because Shadow is in a pathetic state in the game right now, which is why there is kind of not that much enjoyment to be had. But for completeness of the picture, of course I'm gonna power check, of course I'm gonna tell you guys about it, and I'm gonna try and clear Horrific Visions solo as a priest. So I've done a few attempts as a Shadow priest, and I am going to be inadvertently, or maybe explicitly even, we'll see how we go, comparing my experience as a Shadow priest to, in this case, Holy Spec. I was personally interested in Holy Spec, and I know there are a couple of, not that many, but a couple of videos on YouTube from some enthusiasts who are Holy or just generally priest mains, and they of course can push the spec a lot better, a lot higher, a lot more impressively than I ever will. Also, they are obviously geared. Look at this though. It's a very fresh alt as far as my standards of fresh alts are concerned. Only 434 is the item level, plenty of blues still. The cloak is barely ranked, like I'm in the process of ranking it, and this current, so right now I'm recording this segment of the video for you and showing that the cloak is rank 6. This is a result of finishing previous run. So previous run was recorded when cloak was rank 5. But for the interests, the main thing that impacts the run and performance of the class in the run is how much sanity loss reduction is happening, like how much sanity loss we have reduced. And in this case, and in the previous case of rank 5, we have the same value of 40% sanity loss reduction. So from that perspective, please don't think that now suddenly this class, this character is very different from the moment when I actually am going to be showing to you in a minute the actual recording of a run. Okay, you with me? All right, so this is just to quickly talk you through the talents. You can see that Mother's Research is right now open. I do have cranial defibrillation, but it never comes to that because it's not going to be a push on Holy. I'm just going to go for the boss, simply to let you know how I sometimes go with these power checks. If the class like Death Knight feels particularly powerful, even at this early stage, I would always push. I would push to additional targets. I would push to the drag. I would push to the Valley of Spirits. But in this particular case, Holy was just a lol experiment, honestly. It was a bit of a lol experiment. And when I said to you, I was thinking, what kind of punchy metaphor can I use? I love metaphors, right? To explain my feelings. Guys, if this is all time you have for me today, Holy probably can be fun, especially if you are severely overgearing this content. If your item level is 460, 470. If you simply have so much intellect and so much spell damage, spell power, basically, that you simply just press Halo once and everything is just boom dead around you. Okay, it's not my case, as you will see in a second, right? But this short but sweet run is still, I think, interesting for you to see, because it does make the class, make the spec feel like a water bottle that is made of metal, but I am using it as a hammer. It just doesn't fit. There are too many healing things there. Yes, there are quite a few damage things which we're gonna give justice to, and that is what kind of the information here is offered to you as. If you really wanted to be perverse enough to push Horrific Visions as a holy, you don't even want to change into Shadow. I know Shadow is undertuned, but Shadow has more tools to inflict damage and more tools to avoid damage, and we'll talk about this again today, then yeah, I guess you could do it. But oh my god, if something felt like it didn't belong, it was that is what this run is showing to you. Now very quickly, talents, then the run itself. So I picked obviously talents that either boosted my performance generally or had something to do with damage. Very simple. I simply tried to introduce more tools that are damage dealing tools into my arsenal. That's it. That's all it was. So I have Enlightenment, which allows me to regenerate mana faster. I have Perseverance, which basically reduces all damage by 10% when I heal myself with Renew. Not bad, okay? Guardian Angel, well, didn't come to that, but basically that's the one I took. This one, the Holy Word Chastise, stuns the target, not bad. And no, I have not used it very masterfully. You will see it in the run, because I'm not a Holy Priest. All of this is like 5 minutes old for me. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to chastise. Oh, yeah, time to press Halo. That's how it will feel, and that's how it did feel to me. And so on and so forth. Okay, I don't have any Elite Extermination. I don't have any Gift of the Titans, which would have turned it into a LOL run. And to be honest with you, if I ever get particularly bored, I will just continue ranking up this cloak slowly and ranking up the Mother's Research Archive slowly on the priest, just to see what can I do once it's all maxed out. Because I have a few characters, if you've been my regular, you know, some of my mains, they have everything maxed out. Life is easy on them, I push masks on them, yeah? But this is just a very much of a lull. Alright, so let's just jump straight into the run and comment on that as we go. So, but now I think I set the stage for you. You know exactly what I'll be commenting on. You know exactly my feelings there. Alright, so here we go. I am summoning my horsey because I thought, okay, whatever I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be AoEing probably, because the targeted spells, yes, I have Smite and I have Holy Shock, but mainly I thought I'm just gonna get right into the middle of it. To be honest with you, I was, well, arrogant maybe is the wrong word, because I don't think I'm being arrogant in this particular case, but I was overconfident. I was overconfident thinking my healing abilities are gonna keep me up, but I wasn't well prepared. As you can see, I have to click the Scream, you know, the AoE fear. I don't have everything properly bound. It was just literally a very quick setup that I threw together, simply trying to maximize the damaging spells. But overall, I just pulled all of them. I did obviously the Halo on everyone, and now I'm trying to heal myself and just trying to damage individual ones. This is where, because all casts, aside from Holy Shock, they have a cast time. When all these mobs are bashing on me, I really feel it. I can tell you that I really feel it in this moment, and it feels awkward. It feels like I'm trying to get that nail in with this. Honestly, that's how it feels, because I'm like, well, come on, like all I have is just like one insta cast, and then I start using Holy Nova quite a lot. Holy Nova doesn't hit for much, and it's not very mana efficient, but at least it's an instant cast and it hits everyone. So I just started doing that and started healing myself. That's how boring it was. And I'm using, I don't even have Purification Protocol on this toon just yet. Oh, actually I do. I have Purification Protocol, sorry. Because it's a healing spec, I couldn't use Purification Protocol. I had to use Concentrated Flame. Concentrated Flame obviously doesn't hit for as much, doesn't hit like a truck, and it only hits one target. So that's all I had to play with. But as you can see, Halo obviously did pull all sorts of groups that I didn't even intend to pull. I kind of thought that I'm just going to be here in front of Garrosh's Gromash Hold building. But beyond that, like obviously on a single target here on Thrall, I'm going to be using quite a lot of Holy Shock, Smite, Chastise when I remember to use it, because at the moment I think I forgot about it. I used Halo. Halo is on a fairly long cooldown. Beyond that, I'm just throwing the Prayer of Mending on myself, throwing Renew on myself, running around, because there is nothing to boost my damage with. So I'm just working with the very minimal tools that I have. And I do feel, for the lack of a better word, I do feel very impaired. I feel like I'm making my life harder than I need to. Speaking of Shadow, Shadow is not grey. it's undertuned, and that's probably a mild way of putting it, and I'm not even a professional, like very much a dedicated shadow player to comment on it in a very educated way, but it felt weak to me. I reported on it on my channel already in the first power check, which is why this one is a holy power check. It's not a shadow power check video. But shadow has tools to inflict damage and to control the mobs and to silence them, and you know what I mean, like, and to slow them down with mind flay and all sorts of things. So shadow has a tool set, undertuned, but still it's a tool set. The holy has never been made to damage. It has damage spells, and to be honest with you, I don't even know why it has damage spells. I don't think that you have that many tools at your disposal to inflict enough damage kind of to be good at what you're doing in this particular case. I didn't get any particular drop that's gonna boost my damage. I got some versatility boots. Who wants versatility boots? So yeah, going back to I suppose comparison to shadow. This is not an extensive comparison. I'm not trying to compare apples and oranges here, even though I do that a lot in my other videos. Here it was not my intent. But I can tell you that with shadow, I can clearly see that if I invest more time into ranking up my cloak, getting more talents, Mother's Archives research, and just simply getting more item level, higher item level, I can see how one could make shadow work. I can see how I can make shadow work in this. And I would even go as far as saying to you that if I compare equally leveled up, like in terms of ranked up item level and cloak and Mother's Archives, Mother's Research shadow to, let's say, my Fire Mage, I felt more self-sustaining and I felt less in danger on my shadow. I did. I do think that the spec is undertuned, but at the very least I can self-heal very easily. At the very least I have bubble available to me all the time. I kind of felt okay. It felt weak, of course, compared to like dominating classes, dominating specs that I play and have a lot of pleasure doing. Like I feel strong, you know, playing them. But shadow is doable, basically. That's where I'll stop ranting. Shadow feels like it's built for this, more or less. Yeah. Holy doesn't, okay? You can make it work, especially if you're overgearing it, and if I'm terribly bored, I will probably do it just for giggles, for Christmas or something, I don't know. Christmas special from Gyro. But would I recommend that you go as holy? No, God no. You have already a shadow spec, it's undertuned, but it's built for it. Just become a little bit more familiar with it and clear horrific vision as a shadow priest. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. And no, I have not tried discipline yet. Probably should, but I have not. But holy, even though I was curious, even though it has 2, 3, 4 damagey spells per se, it's not built to do damage, and you will start feeling like you're really struggling, and you should just get yourself a normal hammer as opposed to continuing to use your water bottle. And these are the thoughts that I'm gonna leave you with today after watching this video, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. If you don't mind my slightly crude humor, I appreciate this community growing. And next video is coming to you in 2 days time. As always, Gyro here, signing off.